Hi, I'm Darcy Watkins. I am a certified laser technician here in Phoenix, Arizona at Ageless Anatomy.
And I am Brooke Bangart. One of Darcy and I are both partners at Ageless Anatomy, and also a cosmetic laser tech. I think when Ageless Anatomy first came about, I think we have to go back a little ways to give our history.
A long ways.
Yeah, a long ways.
A long ways.
I was actually teaching at and training laser technicians, and Darcy came, or I think it was originally your kids came in for, they had acne, they were really young then. And then your husband was in for tattoo removal and things like that. And then Darcy decided that she was going to trust me and actually came in and let me work on her after she sent the rest of the family in first. But I think if I remember right, your very first treatment that we did on you was
Something crazy and aggressive.
your stretch marks. You have stretch marks you have 4 kids.
I think we did my face first, didn't we?
Did we do your face and your stretch? I
Maybe.
remember working on your stretch marks.
Maybe.
I think I was training Jenny and she might have.
Maybe.
So that was how Darcy and I originally met, and that was back in, I don't know, 2010 or...
Yeah, 10, 12. Long time ago.
Yeah. And then, like I said, I was teaching and training laser techs back then, and
You always needed a model.
yeah.
So
We used Darcy as a model, and the kids came in. We did acne treatments on them. I think that I did do a Cyton Forever Clear, BBL Forever Clear on
Michael.
Mm-hmm. And then where did we go from there? So I ended up leaving that place after 10 years and worked at a different facility, but there was a whole lot behind that. One of the reasons why I left that facility was I felt that it was kind of like a McDonald's drive-through. They just kept pushing people in, and I really enjoyed spending more time and doing customized treatments for people. And it was, every time I turned around, my clients would be stacked up in the waiting area and people were putting numbing cream on them, and it was like I was just like a machine, and I didn't feel good about it. And so that was one of the main reasons why I really did want to have my own. And then also just, there are so many med spa owners that they've never been in the business, and it was really difficult for them to own a place and work for them, and them not understanding what we were even really going through. I feel that it can actually be dangerous because they push you into doing things that, that you not, or just rushing through. They don't understand the whole process. So those are things that tied in, and then the marketing type of things and just everything. And I really never set out to open my own business. It just kind of happened that way, just trying to protect our patients and clients and wanting to give information, not selling people things that they don't need, but giving them treatments that will really benefit them and helping them understand why they're having them. So, and then, Darcy's story is, how did you end up with us, actually?
Was a stay-at-home mom for 20-some years. I have 4 kids who I was very blessed and lucky to be able to stay home and raise them. And then when my youngest, Nyla, kind of hit kindergarten is when I kind of started to feel like, okay, I need to do something for myself. I want to have something for myself. I want to be able to, show my kids that it's never too late to kind of start your life after you've had a family. So when she went to school, I worked at a little clothing boutique for a little bit. And then that's kind of like when I had met Brooke and everything. And they came here to Ageless Anatomy, and I think it was 2019. Mm-hmm. And she called me and she said, we need a front desk person. And I was like, no thanks. I don't want to work at the front desk, but thanks for thinking of me. And she just kept on me and on me and on me. And I was finally like, okay, fine, I'll come. I'll help you guys open. I'll, give it a whirl, whatever. So in that process of me working at the front desk, I just fell in love with this industry and what lasers can actually do for people, not only with their physical appearance, but with just the health of their skin and everything. So as I was working the front desk, her and Dr. Kane came to me and said, we're sending you to school. We want you to go to laser school. We want you to be a part of this. And I was like, wow. Like, to me, it was a huge honor and everything that someone actually saw something in me besides just being a mom and, raising kids, that it was actually something for me to pursue. So sent me to school, and the rest is history. I kind of just became a laser tech. I've been blessed to be under Brooke because she is probably the most educated person when it comes to lasers. She's been in the industry for so long. So I'm very lucky in that aspect to be able to be under her and have her, constantly shadowing me and guiding me in the way that, because she's so comfortable with lasers and everything. And that's how I, want to be. And I feel like I am getting more comfortable every day just being under her, just because having her, in the same office. Most laser techs don't get what I got. I was there. They go to school and they're kind of just thrown out in the wild and, have to fend for themselves with settings and all that kind of thing. And so I've been very lucky and blessed to be in this situation, and now partners with her and Dr. Kane. It's been amazing. So.
And I think I think it is. When you say that you feel lucky, and I started in the industry so many years ago that it's been over 30 years. Mm-hmm. And as I went along, you are so far ahead of where I was with your being 4 years in now. I had to go through all of these steps, and I didn't have someone like that.
You didn't have you.
Yeah.
Like
and
I did. Yeah.
I yeah. And I worked with a lot of dermatologists, and of course teaching. I do feel blessed that I was able to teach with some amazing instructors. And we traveled the world. Yeah. Training and certifying laser technicians. And you really, like, when you say that, I think back and I think, how did I ever remember, how did I know how to do that? Yeah. And we all just kind of learned together. Everything was so new.
Right.
Now, you've heard me say it before, wavelengths are wavelengths. So this company will have this type of laser, but it's the same wavelength. Don't let it get too complex. Like,
right.
Wavelengths go where they go, right? And treat what they treat.
But I think if people don't have that, someone explaining that to them like you did for me, all these, it's hard. Mm-hmm. It's not easy to just turn on a machine and figure out. There's a lot of things that go into it. So I think you guys seeing something in me that I didn't see in myself also helped me get to where I'm at today. So that's a huge thing too.
And I don't think that it's hard. I think that it's when we deal with what we do for a living and working on patients. If somebody could really disfigure someone, I think that it's if they don't know what they're doing. And so I think that when you're a person that is so connected to your clients and patients, and you feel what they feel inside when they come in. You feel when they have acne, like, I'll start tearing up like thinking about it right now, because there are certain clients that we've been through with that we've literally transformed their lives. But when you think about the power that a cosmetic laser technician has when they put that to someone's skin.
Yeah. That's crazy. It is. You have to trust the person that you're going to, because it's not just, like you said, turning on a machine and letting it fire. You have to really know what you're doing and be educated in it. And, and the training aspect of it really comes into it. Like, there's no way I could have just went to school and then just gone out into the world and lasered people without having, a mentor. So.
And you see, even if you were to look for a job out there,
well, most girls, you say, start in hair removal, right?
They start in laser hair removal, but a lot of them never have the opportunity to work with someone who's been doing this. Right. And a lot of dermatologists or plastic surgeons, you can learn from them, but it's just not the same. It's until you actually touch the skin and see the tissue interaction and it's life-changing for people. I think at Ageless Anatomy, when we sit here and talk about changing people's lives and what we do for a living and how it affects us. But Ageless Anatomy really is, it's Ageless Anatomy. It is what it is. We treat the inside and the outside. Mm-hmm. And I've had clients actually say to me sometimes, how does it feel working on a lot of people who are just vain? But it isn't that. It's people who just want to have healthy skin. They want to be healthy. There's all different reasons why people come. Some might, it gives them more confidence than they ever thought, dreamed of, when their skin has transformed.
It really does transform people's skin, though. You really do stop the aging process, is what I tell people. Brooke's been lasering me for, like we said, about 14, 15 years. And I really feel like in that time span, my skin has not aged. Mm-hmm. I look back at pictures and I feel like obviously the texture of my skin is better than it was, but I really have not aged in that process. And that it's all because of lasers and what they can do. And I don't think people are really educated enough on what lasers can actually do. You think of lasers, you think of tattoo removal and hair removal. You don't know actually what the other side of lasers can do and how it can really help you age backwards. We always joke in the office about Benjamin Button, the movie, that you age backwards. You really do. You stop the aging process. So people just need to be more educated on, and that's what we kind of want to do, is educate people on what more lasers can do for people.
Right.
So.
And I think our job in the industry of beauty, whether it's Botox, filler, other anti-aging type of things, I feel that our job as a laser technician is a little bit tougher because the society today we live in an instant society. Mm-hmm. And so we can resurface a client, whether it's a lighter resurfacing or deep resurfacing, but the deeper the correction, the longer it's going to take to actually change that tissue. So if you were to look at an old mattress that sways in the middle and kind of bags on top, that's pretty much what we try to do as we age. And so our job is to grow that tissue back, or essentially put the stuffing back in. Right. And so when we hit that with a laser at 2 weeks, you see that nice textural change. But you really are just seeing the beginning. It takes a good 6 months for that tissue to really grow in. It's easy for us to work on sunspots and
the surface of the skin.
Yeah, the surface of the skin, to clear that so that your skin reflects the light more. That happens really quick. Right. But it's when patients pay for deeper treatments and they're like, I've spent X amount of money and I'm waiting. Well, it's only been 2 weeks. You have about 6 months to a year to go. It doesn't take that long. You see different changes along the way.
That's why we take pictures in our office, before and afters, before your treatment, and then we have you come back. And it's amazing how many people are like, well, I haven't seen any change. And then you show them their before and afters and they're like, okay, wow. Wow, that really did make a difference in my integrity of the skin, the firmness of my skin. And the key is to just stop the aging process. I always tell people too, like when they come in, I don't want you to have the expectations of getting a facelift, because that's not what you're going to get from us here. It's to basically stop that aging process so that, and I, like one of our patients yesterday, she was like, I really don't know. And so when I showed her pictures from like 2020 to now, she literally hadn't aged. And so she was like, well, I don't really see, a difference. And I'm like, okay, look at your picture in 2020, look at your picture now. Do you see a difference? And she was like, no. I said, that's the whole point, is that you haven't aged in that 5 years. So it makes a huge difference. It really does. You may not see it because you see yourself every day in the mirror. So you may not see it, but once you see those photos, you're like, okay, wow. I've had a lot of people.
There's a lot of, it's a medical procedure. So they've done a lot of studies on this. It's not like we just take a shot in the dark and throw some heat at somebody.
Right.
It's, like what you're speaking on, even the BBL, the Forever Youngs that we do. They did the 10-year study where they started, and the models that they actually were using could not use Botox anything, and for 10 years. So when they started them, when they finished it, when they got to the end of that 10 years, and they were only coming in, 4 times a year, quarterly.
Oh, it was quarterly.
Yep. They did their series and then came in quarterly, and when they got to the end of that 10 years, they actually looked 10 years younger than when they started. So it was like they were 20 years younger, essentially, right?
It's wild.
But it's, for someone to stick with those studies and do those, like, we have seen it. Yeah. We've seen it on...
The research shows it, yeah.
So, and it makes sense, and then, of course, going back to that one is, the magic of light. Well, we also have I have had some clients that have come in and said, I don't want to do anything that's not natural. Okay, well, light and energy is natural.
Right. Laser's the closest thing you'll get to being natural.
Yeah. We just wake up your own tissue to remember what it was doing when you were in your 20s.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's pretty fun stuff. Yeah. Takes a little patience, but,
Right. It's not instant gratification most of the time. But, it's pretty amazing stuff.
And, I mean, I don't know about you, but I love what I do. I feel that it fulfills my life so much to see other people's lives changed. I mean, if you think back of even your clients that come in, you think of the reasons why they're there. And I've had women who have been through abuse situations, divorces, and same with men, really, men and women. And that has just really taken a toll on them, and you see it. You see it in their eyes, and you see it in their skin.
Yeah.
The one 14-year-old that actually Saiton uses her before and after that I worked on, you could see it in her eyes when you look at her before and after photos. It's not that you look at the skin. You see it in her eyes. And I think back to her story, her mother, she didn't want to go to school anymore.
I don't blame her.
And she was very depressed. And you think about the emotional attachment to certain things. So it's not just like we're treating the outside. We truly are transforming people. And it really gives back, I think, sometimes to me more than it might to them.
Right.
And those are things that I carry. I mean, geez, that before and after of the younger gal was, that was over 15 years ago. Yeah. And I tear up still thinking of things that people went through.
Yeah. Acne's a hard thing, especially for kids. I mean, the world is cruel as it is.
Yeah.
So to have that. And that goes back to the education piece on laser and what it can do. People probably have no clue that there is a laser that can help treat acne.
Yeah.
So, and you said with her, you saw no improvement during the entire treatment.
Yep.
You sent her away for 8 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks?
It was 4 weeks post she didn't have a treatment. I think she came back in at 6 weeks.
Clear.
Completely clear.
Completely clear.
I said to her, if you
went on Accutane. What did you do?
No.
Yeah.
I said, if you need a follow-up treatment at all, come in. I mean, I think she's in her 20s now. She was 14 at that time.
Oh, yeah, easily.
And I've reached out to her saying, did you need anything with your skin? I appreciate you allowing us to use your before and after photos. And
Right.
she's like, no, my skin's good still. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just,
It's crazy.
so she's never been back after that. And I do look at her Instagram photos and
Right. And
check
we
out-
we've said too, not everybody is going to have that same result, but
I mean, and then you also, when we're on the whole acne kick, it's, that's a difficult thing for us is to, we don't know where it's coming
Figure
from.
out
Is
where
it
it's
coming
coming
from the
from.
gut? Is
Yeah.
it coming from hormones?
right.
Is it coming from just never cleaning your skin and going through,
Right. Not using soap.
young
Washing
hormones?
your
Yeah,
face.
exactly. I mean, it could be anything.
We've heard all of the stories here in the office.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've heard lots of stories, but it's, I think acne's probably the toughest, wouldn't you say, for us to
sure,
work on,
for
and
sure.
just
Figuring out the root cause of it.
yeah.
But
No, I think when that one client brought up to me, isn't it just like working on vain people, it also brings me back to another youngster that came in, and he had acne all over his back. I think he was 14 at the time. But I remember after the first treatment I did on his face, and then I had done his back as well with the BBL Forever Clear. And when he came in, 3 days, I was treating him twice a week. When he came in at the end of the week, I asked him if he notices any changes. Well, it doesn't just go away overnight. And so I was asking him if he has seen any changes. And he said, I don't see any changes. I'm going to start crying thinking about this one. Sorry. I don't see any changes, but I haven't been able to sleep on my back for a long time. It was so painful. And he said, and I don't wake up when I roll over anymore. And that's like terrible.
Right.
Like you just don't think of those things.
Right. Yeah.
And how it affects people's lives. And he always wore a t-shirt swimming,
Right.
young kids, and he tried to hide it. But it just, the emotional and the physical pain for him, it just broke my heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so
Life changing.
yeah,
Life
it
changing.
truly is. So we have stories for days, funny
Days.
stories, and then stories that make me cry.
Right.
But yeah, like you just get connected to those clients and you feel what they feel.
Yeah.
Like if you don't, as a cosmetic laser tech, feel that, how can you,
Yeah.
you have to be able to understand.
Yeah.
In order,
And you have to love what you do.
yeah,
And I think we both do,
yeah,
for sure.
for sure. Yeah.
So we're in a building that has been under renovation for what? 2 years? Year and a
Yeah.
half? 2 years?
I mean, I think 5 years.
This is our second renovation that we've
Yeah,
been through since
right.
we've been in the building. Since 2019, we've been here. Great location. We're on 32nd Street in Camelback, so right in the Biltmore area. So you can't go wrong with that. But a new company came in, Bond, right, and bought the building and has been doing an amazing renovation. They've turned this building into a lifestyle building, which we think is very fitting for what we do. And they loved the fact that we were wanting to stay. So we're hoping in the future to kind of utilize this building more. So they have a restaurant and bar and coffee bar in the middle of the atrium now, which is amazing. That Tarbell's is running. Tarbell's is across the street from us. So just an amazing addition to our building. So we feel like we really are going to be able to benefit off of every room that they've put into this building. There's podcast rooms, there's workout rooms, there's a game room next door to us that the tenants can utilize. So we're really excited for the next couple years to see.
Don't forget about the vault, the speakeasy
That's right.
underground.
And there's a speakeasy underground. So we're hoping in the future that we'll be able to host events all over the building just to kind of utilize the space. And
yeah.
so I think it'll be good for us in
Yeah.
the next couple of years just to see where it goes.
I love these spaces.
Yeah.
And especially, a lot of, our clients kind of live all over the valley. since I've been north and now in Biltmore. I mean, we're right at Paradise Valley, right up the street. So it's convenient for our clients, and I think that it is. I mean,
central.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have people coming from, I mean, all over the valley, so.
Yeah. And George Oliver, who
designed it,
designed this, I think his wife is the one who designed this one. And I mean, who doesn't want to work in a building that's all custom restoration hardware?
Literally.
It's beautiful.
It's
I mean,
amazing.
it truly is. So we're excited to show you even different rooms, like the
we're
library
excited
room
to
that
start
we're-
having our lunch and learns. We love doing lunch and learns. So for about an hour or 2
We have
hours.
one coming up.
We have one coming up, so stay tuned for that.
April 22nd.
April 22nd. We're going to have a couple of things that day, laser and Dr. Kane's side of the business as well. So stay tuned for those. We love doing those. Just educational stuff for our patients and people here in the building that we're trying to get to come in and show them what we do. So
Yeah.
I think people just see the pretty chandeliers in our office and they don't know really what we do. But
Right.
we do a lot. So it'll be great.
Yeah, it will be. We're having fun with it. We did actually for the building, well, the owners of the building paid for the tenants to have B12 injections, whoever wanted to have them done.
Right.
We were like a sold out show the other day. Everybody came to get poked.
They designated 25 slots, and those slots filled up in minutes.
2 seconds.
And
There's a
literally.
waiting.
So we were like, wow, we weren't expecting that because, we didn't think anybody. But it's amazing what they've done technology-wise with this building. And now everybody has an email attached to the building. So they send out an email, and it goes to every single person here in the building, whereas before it would go to your office manager, and who knows if the office manager would tell. And the building is actually pretty full now. We've been kind of the Lone Rangers in here for
Oh my gosh.
a while, so it's nice to see the building busy and full, and so we are definitely going to capitalize on that as well. So that was great. It was a great turnout, I heard. So I wasn't here.
It was a really great. I mean, we had a lot of people walking up, and it is nice to see. We have the full injection list now.
Right.
NAD plus, which is huge buzz on all over social media.
Yeah.
B12 with fat burners.
And it's funny because Dr. Kane's been doing NAD for years, and then when
years.
something hits social media or TikTok, it's the biggest craze.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it just has to get out there, right?
yep, totally.
But yeah, I mean, it was nice to see everyone in the building that really, truly cares about their health and well-being, and they were curious about everything on that new injection menu. We're in there, and we kind of are like, oh yeah, you can do this or that or whatever, and we're used to doing those things for ourselves.
Yeah.
But
It's all about educating other
Yeah.
people on what we actually do.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
feel
our
like
goal.
people get ripped off that kind of just
Right.
don't. And how do you research? You wouldn't even research something like that.
Right.
That's why
Google search. That's about it.
have to just pass along information. So that was fun. It was.
Yeah.
We have a great building. Healthy people in here.
So we're located on 32nd Street and Camelback in the Biltmore area, just northeast corner in the big building that has been under renovation for about 2 years, but now is not. It's called the Bond Building. I think it's called the Bond Building, right? Mm-hmm. Bond Building. Our website is agelessanatomy.com. We also have all the social media platforms under Ageless Anatomy, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Phone number is 480-925-3963. We do complimentary consultations. Brooke and I do complimentary consultations, global consultations. We like people to come in the office so that we can actually see you in person. And those are complimentary always. So feel free to call
Make
us.
a plan.
Yep.
Make a plan.
Make a plan. Make a treatment plan.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time. We look forward to giving you further information.
Thank you.